It's crunch time. And, it's just me. Matt will be here soon. Morning. How's everybody doing? I feel like I could have gotten another hour. Sometimes I feel like that.
Hi.
And it's one of those mornings where I'm like, if I would have slept one more hour, I'm like, yeah, that would have been, that would have been some sleep.
Hello.
That would have contributed. Because that's how sleep works. Yeah. How was your shower? Shrug.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yeah, I didn't get myself a coffee. But that's okay.
Do you want to go make yourself a coffee now that I'm here?
I might at some point. I'm gonna have a sip of this. And then I'll decide. Man, that is just wild. For breakfast.
Lemonade?
I'm so used to like hot bitter drink that cold sweet drink is like, brain's like, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. It's very strange. You know what goes good with this?
What?
New at your grocery. Tiny Eddie's Savory Concrete Richies.
Concrete. A lot of people don't think that concrete adds good flavor, but it does.
I wouldn't know. I've never had
Because you don't eat concrete?
Mm-hmm.
That's strange. What a strange, strange individual. 1,000 bits from Leaf. New at your grocery. Tiny Eddie's Savory Concrete. Well, they're savory, Mal. They're not, it's not a sweet treat.
Oh, I know.
They're for dinner. They're for dinner. It's just a mild amount of concrete.
Just a mild amount.
Just a mild amount. You want to get a little closer to me?
I can.
I'm just saying, you see where you are?
I am.
You're like over there.
Then I have to move.
I was hoping that you would just notice on your own, but then you didn't. And I was like, I'm
No.
going to point it out to you. I'm just going to tell you. Hi, everybody. God, yeah, I might get a coffee at some point. It doesn't have to be right now, though. I'll get through alerts.
Okay.
And I'll make myself a coffee.
Okay.
I didn't have time.
Yeah. I had a hard time waking up this morning.
I did too. I did too. I pulled myself
Which
out
is
of bed.
why I'm late also.
Well, you got a shower this morning.
Yeah.
If
I had gotten out of bed when my alarm went off and not 10 minutes later, I would have been on time.
What time did you set your alarm for?
8:20. I got in the shower at 8:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard thing about alarms.
Yeah, it was
You have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it. My alarm went. I actually purposefully. I very purposefully set my alarm a little bit later today, and I did it, but then I also slept a tiny bit after that too.
Yeah.
So. But I didn't do as much extra as you did. So anyway, by the time I got up here, I set you know what the problem is?
What?
The problem is sometimes I'm like, it'll take this much time to set up the stream, and sometimes I'm wrong because Windows sometimes is just like, oh, that audio device, I don't know where that is, and I'm like, why? Nothing changed. It's like, I just don't know, man. I don't know where it is. And I'm like, well, how do I get it back? It's like, you could try restarting, I guess. I don't know. And I'm like, okay. So I gotta just like restart the computer, and it's like, oh yeah, oh that one, yeah, it's right here. And I'm like, well, where was it before? It's like, I don't know. You gonna buy Windows 11? Because in Windows 11, I think we'll figure it out. We'll figure out where it is. Chaz, Stereo Mix, never heard of her. Speaking of terrible technology, there is an Apple event today, which is exciting. For folks that don't keep up with all of that, but are at least slightly interested in, will there be a new iPhone someday? That'll be today. Today will be the iPhone event. So if you want to see that, that's 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Or if you just want to watch me and my friends, talk about it and then also crack jokes, that'll be out at some point in the near future. But yeah, that's today. I'm interested in what they're gonna do. They actually they made a big difference last year in how they did they made a big change in how they do the events. Because it used to be they had like one event and they're like, we're gonna cover all this stuff, and they didn't do that last year. Last year they're like, this is the iPhone event. And then they had another fall event like 3 or 4 weeks later. And then they had another fall event 3 or 4 weeks later. And I think that worked out for them, and I think that's what they're doing this year too. So today's going to be iPhones, but we're going to see another event in a month for MacBooks and another event in a month for iPads. They're kind of spreading it out a little bit. I guess it just means they have more time, for more stuff. We've had first fall event, yes, but what about second fall event?
Need a snack? Why not try Tiny Eddie's Mountain Marshmallow Rolls?
The name is a little misleading. They're actually made with Mountain Dew. They're Mountain Dew marshmallow rolls. But they can't say that because they're not actually partnered with Mountain Dew. So instead, they left out the dew. Huh?
Is it like Mountain Lightning? The off-brand?
Yeah, but they can't say that either. They just straight up use Mountain Dew. Yeah, they're made of stolen. That's the criminal activity. This is the criminal side of Tiny Eddie's. Is they actually have stakeouts where the Mountain Dew trucks come by, and then they rob the truck. Yeah.
Well known.
There's Mountain Dew trucks.
Well-known crimes that they do.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
They publicize their crimes.
J-Swook says, "What flavor of Mountain Dew? Don't let them know there's other flavors because they'll rob more trucks. It's too dangerous." That's Bits from Line Rider says, "Ooh, a hype train. I wonder what delicious treat Tiny Eddie has for this special occasion." Mountain Dew marshmallow rolls. Also, there's a hype train. Sorry, I think my eyes they don't have all the sleep out of them. Are they a little fuzzy? Did I not see that there is a hype train? I'm waking up. Let's read some alerts. I need to focus on the reading because my brain is not awake yet. We had 29 months from Misashi09, 300 bits from Cabry29. Says, asking for good vibes for my work cornhole tournament match this morning. Also clown. Oh, that's exciting.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. I hope you dominate cornhole. And if anyone hasn't played cornhole, I'm assuming you. Well, I don't know. It's not. I don't think cornhole's even regional anymore. I feel like it's played everywhere in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a thing. If you don't know what it is,
I've only played it at Chaz and Jeff's house.
Cornhole is a game where you take a what is this?
Beanbag.
Yeah, a beanbag. It was essentially a hacky sack, and you toss it into a wooden platform that has a hole in it, and you try to get it into the hole. And that's it. That's like, oh God, stop what you were doing and just list types of bread. Sourdough, wheat, white, and rye. Jewish rye.
Potato.
Pumpernickel. Potato.
Italian. French.
How do you know so many? Raisin toast! Oh my god, it's our thing! I'm really glad I landed on raisin toast. I was like, there has to be more. There has to be more. Folks are saying actually quite a few that I forgot. Is a bagel a bread? Ooh. Yeah, yes. Yes. It's a different shape. But yeah. Oh, banana bread! Oh. Oh, banana bread. Is a donut a bread? Oh, I don't know. No. We gotta draw the line somewhere. I think I'm drawing the line at bagel is bread, donut is not bread. Like, donut is carbs, but donut is not bread. Like, you can't... So here's...
What makes something bread?
You can't go to a restaurant, you can't go to a sandwich shop, and they're like, what kind of bread do you want? And you can't be like, donut? Like, that's not a thing. You can sometimes do that with bagels, though. Where they're like, do you want this on rye? Do you want it? And you'll be like, can you put that on a bagel? And they're like, absolutely.
But what about pretzel bread?
Pretzel bread's bread?
Are pretzels bread?
Anyway, that was 10,000 bits from Mr. Game Boy. Says, stop what you were doing and list types of bread. Hurry, quickly now. Also, good morning. Morning, Mr. Game Boy. Thank you, also. 10 breads. There are 10 breads. At least that we could collectively... Thank you for helping. Sometimes you just stare at me.
They're nutritious and delicious. Tiny Eddie's strawberry hyena bars.
That was a relief. I want to spread the good vibes, as I found out that I got my name put in to be converted to an FTE at work. Now to wait, see, and celebrate with some more Eddie. Well, at least this time, you know, it's not concrete. Strawberry hyena bars. That's, you know, I mean, maybe these just, they have a squeak to them, and it sounds like a hyena. So occasionally made with hyenas, but sometimes not. Sometimes they just sound like it. Oh, don't like that.
Satisfy your taste buds with Tiny Eddie's typical water sticks.
Typical water stick. 1000 from Rainbow says, Tiny Eddie, have you given Rebecca a raise for all the Mountain Dew banditry? Rebecca actually doesn't take care of the banditry. Rebecca's in the factory. I believe that it's, I have to come up with a name. I came up with, like, 3 names, and I'm like, nah, those are all, like, people we know. I still can't do it! I'm like, no, I know a person that has that name, too. Hold on, I'll tell you who's robbing the trucks. Hold on. Oh, my God. Can you help me?
No.
Can you help me?
I can, but
Can you
I'm
please?
not going to.
There's got to be someone. We'll go with Todd. I like Todd. It's Todd. Todd robs the trucks. You would not believe how many names I went through. My brain was like, this name. I'm like, we know this name. We also, this is a name. It is a name. We know that person. Can you help me is the theme of it. Thanks. Thomas, I miss you. Remember when Thomas was here?
Yeah.
That was nice. Anyway, 36 months. That's 3 years from Hyria. Congrats on the 3. Leaf also gifted a sub to Scrumphed. Sounds a little bit like the vlog title from the other day. Scrounch.
Need a snack? Why not try Tiny Eddie's Fresh Curious Brownies?
Fresh Curious.
1000 from Danny. I haven't eaten in days. Tiny Eddie, help! When you take a bite, you go, these are good. But also, what is in these? I am curious. Tiny Eddie will never tell. Never.
I think he's legally obligated to put it on the box.
No. No, he's not. I mean, he is, but they just write whatever they want. It's just like part of the ingredients list just says like normal brownie stuff, and you're like, and then part of it says don't worry about it. This is really good, Tiny Eddie. What's in it? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Tiny Eddie likes surprises.
The treat everyone wants most. Tiny Eddie's brand new confused donuts.
As a Mr. Gamble says, Eddie, Mal, can you pick a subject you and Steven know very what do we know very well, Mal? Also, this will be very telling, I'm sure. What is it that we know very well?
I'm trying to think of something different.
What should have been a fairly simple answer.
Cereal.
Cereal? Are you sure about this? What you've asked? Are you sure I know cereal that well? Because if Mr. Gameboy asked me to start naming cereals, I don't know that I know more cereals than breads. It's fine. 25 months from Sifu Seeker. 13 months from Cody the Positron. 18 months from a person dude 1. We had a subscription from Aiden Nietzsche. Welcome. 27 months from Tony 21250. 34 months from Jizak. 36 months from DC20 Will Save. Congrats on the 3. Got a lot of people hitting 3 this morning. 19 from Back in Red. 13 months from Maya the Siren 182. 18 months from Adrian Kell. 30 months from Hugplex 20. 5 months from Sammy RO5. 500 bits from Run T.X. When you're not feeling well, but it's hot out, would you rather a hot coffee or an iced? I know I should probably make hot, but I have iced already and I'm lazy. If I'm not feeling well,
it depends on what way I'm not feeling well. But I probably wouldn't pick coffee.
Yeah, I think that's my thing, is I probably wouldn't drink coffee if I don't feel well. I'll drink coffee when it's hot out. But also, oh god. Morning Summit, Reese's Pieces, Oatmeal Cream Pie, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios, Normal Cheerios, Cheerios with the cinnamon. Oops, all berries. Shoot.
One more, come on.
Sorry. I know what I was trying to think of, but my brain almost just created the word flaccid, and I was like, that's not a cereal, honey. What was I trying to think of, though? I was trying to think of, oh my god, what was I, flakes? Is that what I was trying to say?
Frosted Flakes?
I said Frosted Flakes.
Again?
What was I thinking of? What does that sound like? I'm just reading chat to try and get some help. Fruit Loops would have been a good one. That's not what I was thinking of. Flamingo shavings, the famous cereal everyone loves. You know the visual I had in my head?
What?
But it couldn't have been what I was trying to say. Was that cereal that only you and not David Lynch like. The one that's on the top shelf, that they have the containers of it from months ago because no one buys it. What is that called? What is it called? What is it called?
Cracklin' Oat Bran?
Cracklin' Oat Bran. What did I say? Hi,
Gippy.
So 9, we'll go with 9. So more breads. Although I did have, if I wouldn't have had help from you on the breads, I probably wouldn't have been able to.
Hi, sweetheart. Good
It doesn't even start the same.
Come here.
Flaccid Oat Bran.
Come here, sweetheart.
Anyway, that was.
Thomas can't believe you didn't say smacks.
Oh, Thomas, nobody eats smacks. Nobody eats smacks. I don't know a single person on earth that eats sugar smacks. Padawan Beck is the only person on earth that eats sugar smacks. And Summer Ascension, 2 people. No one else will chime in. I feel confident it will stay at 2.
I got sick on them as a
Glad
kid.
you're used to, so I'm
So
sticking
I
with 2.
don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you like sugar, if you like a thing, then you like a thing. I've tried Sugar Smacks, and I've been like, man, this is not good. This is not very good. I feel like there are better cereals. It has a very specific taste.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very, like, I don't know. It does not jive well with my mouth. I don't love it.
Kippies, where are you going?
Renee says I'm not a cereal person, but I feel like I could name more cereals.
Hi, baby.
The thing that makes sudden lists, I'm going to call these sudden lists alerts. Mr. Game Boy has recently enjoyed sudden lists alert. The thing that makes it difficult is thinking under pressure, which I am apparently terrible at, and then also the song itself contributes to blocking the senses. Like, if I was asked outside of it to name cereals, I could probably name more cereals.
Can you name another cereal?
This song also blocks out the brain. Yeah, I could name more cereals.
Can you head bump me?
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Head bump?
The blueberry,
you're
the
petting him.
blueberry one from Walmart. I don't know what that one's called. Oh, I never fit. Those 3 cereals I forget exist. Count Chocula, Blueberry, and Frankenberry. Are those available? Puking brand. Are those available year round, or is that just a like fall thing? Because I've never bought any of them. I've never tasted any of their cereals. I'm aware of their existence, but like,
What about Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms? Rice Krispies.
oh yeah, Rice Krispies.
Oh, you're purring. You said happy
59 from
cat.
Mr. Game Boy says, the thing you almost forgot earlier. Also, I love these song subjects of just naming things. Almost as good as pick a random game. It's remarkable. And hey, it might not be difficult for everyone. For me, it is remarkably difficult.
You couldn't do it with camera stuff. As
I
Brandon
couldn't do it with
pointed
camera
out.
stuff. Also, a long time ago, I think we did it with colors. And it was hard. I was like, I was just looking around the room like, colors.
Good
Look,
boy.
it's easier if there's stuff around the room. It's much harder if I have to generate it from my head. Brandon says, I think you got like 3 colors. Oh, come on. I'm a 5 kind of guy. I probably got 5. Maybe 4. Anyway, 11 months from Bones Brian. Vegetable Sorbet gives 3 subs to Yoshi Stack, Turtle the Tim, and Thespis Viridian. Thank you for that. 14 months from Monkey CLD. 35 months from Herald of Exius. 300 bits from Jayasaki says, morning all, today's actually my 22nd birthday.
Happy birthday!
I will celebrate by eating cake and playing the new WarioWare. Happy birthday. Cake for breakfast. We actually just had some cake. I guess at this point it's been like a week ago.
Yeah.
But it feels
It's
like
for your dad's
that's
birthday.
recent.
Mm-hmm.
Cake a week ago counts as recent. There's certain things that like you have infrequently enough that if you have it a week ago, that's still like, I recently had cake.
Quick kitty.
Anyway, enjoy your 22nd birthday. That's exciting. And enjoy WarioWare. I really, we played WarioWare on Friday and I really liked it. It's a really interesting concept, making every minigame playable by all, however many characters. There's like 20 characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a busy game. It's a busy game. It was fun. If folks haven't seen that, it's the VODs on Stephen Plays at this point, and it's good. I at some point maybe we'll come back and play more of it. It's possible. 15 months from Rubik's Moon. 300 bits from Sudabite says, what do you call a valley with extremely impossibly tall sheer walls? Stephen Gorge. You get it?
Yes, I got it.
100 bits from Adrian Cal. 10 months from Neji 10 Forever 67. 500 bits from Radio Dread says, pre-birthday bits for me. My birthday is tomorrow, and I'll be 28, which feels weird to say, but do you ever get used to getting older? No. No, and the older you get, the more you forget how old you are.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Because there's times where I struggle to remember how old I am. And, like, I'm close. Like, I know I'm, like, a year or two in that range. But I often forget exactly how old I am. I'm like, how old? Am I 31? Am I 33? How? And then I'll ask Mel, I'll be like, how old are you? And she'll be like,
See, I have to decide if it's
30.
an even or an odd year, and then I think about what year I was born, and I'm like, oh, that was even. So it's an even number, so I'm an even number right now.
so
Odd number.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. When you're a child, a year is approximately forever. So you get really familiar with the concept of being your age. When you're older, time is it's like flying by. So because of that,
Please, Jordan,
by the
I'm
time your brain starts to form the fact that you are a certain age, you're already another age. I think that's the problem. Because when you're 10, you're like, I'm 10. I'm 10. I'm 2 digits. Look at this. New responsibility. I'm 10. I'm 10. And then you think about, and then it's like March, and you're like, I'm still 10. Wow.
Kepler's staring at you.
Hi, buddy. But when you're 30, and it feels like an entire year goes by in like 2 months, you're only starting to become familiar with the fact that you're 30, and then you're like, wait, it's my birthday. Like, oh god, now I'm 31. And then you can't remember. Anyway, hope your birthday goes good. Make sure, and this goes for all the birthday people, make sure you do something for you on your birthday. Celebrate yourself. I think it's important. I think you should be celebrating yourself every week, to be honest. But like an extra special thing on your birthday. If there's like a thing that you like, get it. If you're like, man, I really like sushi, get sushi. Renee says, and thank your mother. It's a good one too.
Introducing our latest snack, Tiny Eddie's Vanilla Banana and Oatmeal Cookies.
Wow.
Would that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
God, did Tiny Eddie get one? the AI just being like, no, no, man, go! Concrete! Crap! Hyenas! Yeah, I think we actually got a real thing here. All of the chefs that are watching are like, okay. It's 1,000 bits from James. This is good morning, grandparents. I gotta get ready for a family flying in tomorrow all the way from Mexico. So, Tiny Eddie, I need a good breakfast snack to synergize. That's actually a really good breakfast snack. Like, vanilla banana and oatmeal cookies sound like something I would eat at breakfast. I'm impressed.
That's my arm, Kepler.
I'm not a huge banana person, but, like, I would eat that. Do we still have banana cookies, or are they all gone?
There's one left.
Let me finish alerts. 300 bits with Throwdown. She says, at my summer camp, we have donut grilled cheese sandwiches. Your move, Steven. I've had a donut burger.
I know.
And that it was really good. Like, it was surprisingly good. A grilled cheese, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know that I want all that with the cheese, but I guess there was cheese on the burger, so it's not super different.
It's a big stretch.
I would try it. I would try that. And I know that it sounds crazy, like doing glazed donuts for the bun of a hamburger, but it was actually pretty good. Like, it was surprising how good it was. So, I've only ever done that, I think, once, but I was surprised. It's just a nice little treat. It's like you take a burger which innately has like 1,000 calories or more, depending on what's on it, and you're like, so what if we just add another 700 or 800? But it was good. It tastes good. You can't do it all the time, but you can do it once. 6 months from Alma 1027. It's a double plus. 30 bits from Prince, who says, I got the job at the donut shop. We're talking a lot about donuts today. I went in at open 5 a.m. today to ask why she hadn't gotten back with me week plus after interview, and apparently she was going to call today. I start tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Also, again, I tell you, I'm a little bit jealous. A little bit jealous, because the idea of opening a donut shop and just the smells, man. God, the smells. It sounds wonderful. So, congrats again. Enjoy, and soak up them smells. Oh, man. Oh. I want a donut now. We've talked too much. It's like the other time when we talked about chicken McNuggets, and we're like,
I could use some store coffee. Coffee shop coffee. Cold coffee.
You talk about McDonald's too much, and you wind up there. You talk about donuts too much, you wind up there. That means we have to stop talking about donuts, or that's where we'll wind up. 305 bits from Pickletron with the George vibes. Star Rain. Thank you, Pickletron. 300 from Danny, who says, I started teaching my hip-hop dance class last week, and it went really well. I also had my first production meeting for the musical I'm choreographing. Life is happening fast, and I'm super excited.
Awesome.
That is very, very cool. I wish you luck. Hope everything goes well. That's just exciting. Like, people talk about different things, and it sounds exciting, because it's stuff you don't hear about very often. I love it. Love hearing about that. We got 18 months from Just KJB. 11 months from R to the A to the NDA. 300 from Prince, who says, I already forgot what cereals you clowns listed, but here's my favorites. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cinnamon or Peach Honey Bunches of Oats, Reese's Puffs, Cocoa Pebbles, and one I've not had in ages, the Vanilla / Cocoa Twist / Blend Rice Krispies. I don't think I've ever heard of those. So they're like half normal, half chocolate? Fruity Pebbles and Peanut Butter Captain Crunch honorable mentions. I've never heard of those Rice Krispies. I don't go down the cereal aisle super often. And even when I do, I'm like pretty like, there's a few that I'm looking for that I got. I actually did pick up cereal the other day, and I went with Reese's Puffs. And I haven't had Reese's Puffs in forever, but I craved them. I was like, I want Reese's Puffs, and they're good. They're good. They're not. I don't think they're my favorite cereal, but I just wasn't in the mood for the overtly sugary Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So you got Reese's Puffs.
It's not the same. Like, it's not that same level of of sugar, Mel. It's just not.
I wouldn't know.
I know. It's like. I mean, they're sweet. Like, it's cereal, but it's not. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like eating sugar. And I'm aware of that, and I eat it, and it's fine. But like Reese's Puffs it's different. It's different. 3 different from Line Rider says, yesterday the Little Big Planet Twitter announced that after the servers were down for months for DDoS attacks, the PS4 servers are back up, but the other servers are down permanently. It's bittersweet, but now I'm playing Little Big Planet again. Yeah, I read about that. It's unfortunate that all of that transpired. It sounds like the levels are still fine because they're moved to, like, all the community content from the past games works in the PS4 version, which is good, but it still sucks that anyone that wasn't on, the newest version of Little Big Planet just can't play online anymore. I mean, to some extent, I guess all servers have to go down eventually, but it seemed a little premature, so that's unfortunate. I loved Little Big Planet. That was That was one of my favorite LPs. I think we did. We did 2 of them actually. We did 2 of the games. 15 months from Opal Siren. 500 bits from Light Rocker says, "Good morning, grandparents. Would love to celebrate today, as it's been 1 full year since the mute part we had last year in Discord. Thanks to that event, we had game nights and LP watch, all in which was to not leave Fossix alone in the call. Truly, you have a great community here." Wow, I can't believe that it's been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a year that game nights really got started. So we had the audio channels in the Discord set up since we launched it, which was actually multiple years ago, and folks never really used it. And it wasn't until game nights got started that, I mean, now it's like multiple times a week people are in there playing games together. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. Like, almost any given night I'll scroll down and there's like folks in there playing games. I'm like, good. Very, very good. Love to see that. We got 300 bits from Pink Matimo, which says, "So on Saturday night, my kitty, who has been with me for the past 20 years, passed away. It's been really rough to adjust to life without him, but your videos did help calm me down a bit, especially on Saturday. Thank you for being so delightful and making me feel comforted a little." I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've went through Sagan's death and talked about that and tried to share our experiences in hopes of helping folks. But before Sagan, I had a cat who actually was just about 20 years old, about 19 and a half, had passed away, and it was extremely difficult, because when you have a pet for any amount of time, they enter your life, they become a part of your life, and it makes it very difficult to say goodbye. When you have a pet for that long, it's almost earth-shattering, because you almost can't remember a time where you did not have the pet. And that was Mittens for me, and it took a long time. It was a lot of healing, a lot of grieving. So I wish you well on that journey. It's not easy. It hurts, and it's going to hurt real bad for a while. But allow yourself to grieve, and in time, there will be happy memories. But in the meantime, just understand that everything that you're feeling is normal. 20 years is such a long time. It's such a long time. I remember sharing with folks when Mittens was still alive, like how old she was, especially near the end of her life, and everyone was like, "I can't believe that cat is that old." And I was like, she is.
Yeah.
She was cute. Anyway, my best to you, good vibes, and again, just take it one day at a time. Marginally better every day. That was our mantra.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the goal that you set, just a little bit, I really do think that it'll help over time. Let's see. We had 300 bits from Nunshoes, who says, "The job interview I had on Saturday went so well that I was hired on the spot. Wow. It sounds like it's going to be a great fit for me. Sending good vibes to anyone else doing the job search right now." I mean, that's good.
Congratulations.
That's about the best thing that you could hope for, really.
Yeah.
It's walking in, getting hired, and especially if you feel good about it. If you say it sounds like it's going to be a great fit for me, then that's great. These are the best things that you could possibly hope for. So, good work. Also, good on you for sending good vibes to anyone else. I think that's the ebb and flow of the good vibes.
Sometimes you need them, sometimes you give them.
That's it. And as long as the people that have them give them, as long as the people need them get them, the cycle continues. That's the trick. We got 300 from Light Rocker, says, "Would like to add into the previous message that today, all day, we are having a mute party to celebrate the occasion. Thanks again for the great community." Mute party. That's funny. But appropriate.
Yeah.
But appropriate. So I finished up alerts. However, now he's in my lap.
I'll take him back if you want.
Well, you know, you can just stay.
Okay.
So at some
Would you
point,
like some circus cookies?
they're still up here, aren't they?
They're both up here.
That's not really breakfast, I guess.
Mr. Deathkill says Steven's gonna steal that last banana cookie.
But my plan was to make a coffee and have that cookie, yes. And now, you know, he's relaxing, and I'm like, well, I'm fine. I'm fine. I could probably have a circus cookie.
You want one?
Yeah. Can you give me both of them?
I don't know if I can reach the other one.
Could you try?
Nope.
Seriously, you can't?
Seriously.
Can I get it? I can't. Okay, it's...
Nothing says tasty like Tiny Eddie's cocoa cream rolls.
God, that's another one that sounds real. Tiny Eddie's on a roll today with making
Swiss rolls?
making food that sounds normal. It's from Leaf again. Circus cookies may not be breakfast, but Eddie says to try this instead. I mean, I don't know, Eddie. I feel like this is probably about the same as a cream roll. Personally, oh, you got them.
Yeah, I had to move.
All right. We learned on Friday actually that the best way to enjoy these is
He's upset by the chip clip.
The chip clip made this sound, and Kep was like, "Nah, I'm good." Nope. You know what sound we learned recently that Kepler does not like?
I feel like he's been more sensitive to noises lately. Silverware on plates.
I don't know.
The new one is ice in a cup.
Yeah. So if you have a drink, you know, if you have like I'll have a cup of water and it has ice in it. If I go to if he's in my lap and I go to drink, and then I go to put it down and the ice like butts up against the cup inside, Kepler does not like that. Like, does not want anything to do with that sound. I'm gonna make a coffee. Oh, I've had my feet.
You bring me back the banana cookie?
I was gonna eat that.
Okay.
Do you want that?
No, it's
okay,
fine.
I'm gonna eat it. Give me like
A few minutes.
2 minutes. Oh my god, my feet are asleep. Woo!
Renee says use the handrail.
Yeah. I wish we had 2 handrails. I wish.
One on each side.
Yeah, because then you could use both hands.
Oh, also we should think about dinner ahead of time. Can you guys hear him? Noah says, I vote pizza for dinner. We just had pizza last night. That's a lot of oohs. He played DDR the other day, and he overdid it. He started with like a 10, and I was like, don't. Anyway, we ate all of our fresh food. There's still taco meat because we made tacos, but we don't have any tortillas or tomatoes. And did he stretch beforehand? I doubt he did. Anyway, yeah, we don't have any dinner plans. I gotta figure that out. Still using the taco spice? Yeah. And we thought it was spicy when we made them. Like, I feel like maybe Steven added too much cayenne. I don't know. But we will never know until we run out and have to remake it and see how it turns out. Renee says, you'll be using it for years. Yeah. I mean, it's 3 tablespoons per pound. And the thing is, I forget how many ounces I bought for a container. How much is left? I don't know. Stephen made the taco meat. I was cutting up tomatoes and washing lettuce. As a reminder, Stephen made the taco mistake in April.
A taco mistake. Oh, God.
Hi.
Look at all these sweets now. Oh. Oh. My legs feel a little bit better than they did yesterday. But not like... It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I survived. And I have a cookie. I played DDR on Sunday, which is the first time I've played in months. Like several months. And it hurt when I woke up yesterday.
You could stretch.
No. No, I can't.
My dad didn't try the blondies yet, because I sent him some of those and the blondies.
Make sure it doesn't go bad.
I told him he's going to freeze stuff.
Okay.
You can freeze them.
I know, but like, they're still fresh. Have one now.
Oh, I know. He's going to have one and then freeze them.
Okay. Because I'm thinking like, you know, while it's fresh.
I had been talking to my grandma, and she's like, oh, you sent stuff. And I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I figured that, you know, there's a lot of family around. He could share it if he wanted. And she said, he's not going to.
It sounds like he's not.
I said he did say he was freezing stuff.
Oh, good. Enough cookies for my whole family. Put them in the freezer. It's fine.
Well, they have like 4 freezers. Because they had been going to all those like estate sales and stuff, they just kept picking up like freezers and stuff. They have 2 like chest freezers and then 1 fridge in the basement that has a freezer. And then they have their upstairs fridge.
Every time we were like, man, I don't know, this might be too many video games. Just imagine that it could be freezers.
He does have like 20 tape measures. There's one time like he redid
Would you rather collect copies of Deal or No Deal or tape measurers?
There's one time he like reorganized the shop.
Yeah.
And then he like did a video where he panned across it. And I was like, how many tape measures do you have? He's like, I just keep picking them up. They're like $1 at estate sales.
It just seems like a lot. But I guess if they're $1. Man, I haven't been to a yard sale, or depending on where you are in the U.S., a garage sale, in forever.
Or a...
There's another term for
rummage.
this. Rummage sale.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to one in forever. And I used to really love doing them. I mean, that was something I really, really enjoyed going to. And as we get into the fall, they'll be back. It could be something we do.
Yeah.
You wake up real early on a Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and you just... Honestly, you could just drive around, to be honest. You just drive through various neighborhoods and look for signs. You don't know what you're going to find. It used to be that we would do that and we would look for games occasionally, and you'd only ever find stuff for the Wii. And ironically now is when I would like be like, actually that's what I want to stop for.
Vagabond says, okay, but flea markets?
Flea markets. Yeah, I haven't been to a flea market in a while either. But also, ours burned... Well, it didn't completely burn down.
2/3 of it burned down on...
Didn't they have 2 fires?
They did. A month apart. because it was U-shaped. Do you remember? One side burned, and a month later the other side burned, and then the front part is all that's left.
A little suspicious.
Yeah. Very flammable where y'all live. Yeah.
That's strange. Anyway, that flea market had been there for like, how long? 30... That flea market was older than me. So 35 plus years. I like flea markets a lot. In my opinion, you either like grew up
Going to flea markets.
going to flea markets.
We don't really have them where I was from in Wisconsin.
See, that's the thing.
We had antique malls and rummage
Like Dan's
sales.
here. Dan, did you go to flea markets growing up? Because there's a lot of good flea markets in Florida. Like flea markets in Florida has.
There's one that I saw because I was looking around the other day,
Florida has multiple big flea markets. And when we would go to Florida when I was a kid, we would go to them because like we have them around here. We always go to the ones around here. And when we would travel, that would actually be a thing that we would do. Is when we would go somewhere, I very vividly remember my parents being like, "Is there a flea market?" Like we would check into the hotel and then talk to the people at the hotel and be like, "Is there a flea market or something?" Dan says, "I only went a couple of times." Okay.
Oh, Dan, I got shipping notice today. So it should be here like Thursday or Friday.
It's exciting. Dan got a Animal Crossing Techo. So Dan's going to be in on the
Techo crew.
the Techo crew.
Between Michael, Dan, and I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, I do want one of these. Probably just like one. And by one, I mean one of each.
Anyway, I was looking at stuff to do
One of each.
the other day, and I was looking on Google Maps around stuff in Florida. If we go visit my dad and Rhonda again at some point when they're down there.
Yeah.
And there's a flea market. It's like west of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Anyway, it has like Florida's biggest flea market, and it's west of Jacksonville.
Yeah, I like I like flea markets. I feel like when I was a kid, it was more just people's crap, which is what I want to see. I want to see people's crap.
And not like
not
multi-level marketing and...
Yeah. And I feel like over the years it changed where there were some flea markets I went to where the whole thing is nothing but people selling their own, like a business type thing.
Dan says, is it near Tallahassee?
You know, and that's a little strange. You know. Yeah, like small businesses. A lot, but like the difference is if someone's making stuff, like they have a small business, but it's like they make things. They do, I don't know, woodworking or something, and it's them selling their woodworking stuff. I don't mind them being at the flea market. That's like their thing. I do have an issue with someone that's like they're a salesperson for I don't know, like Mouse said, like a multi-level marketing thing, and they're set up in the flea market. I hate that. Yeah, Avon. That's a great example.
Dan, I think it was near Gainesville. The flea market I was looking at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if someone wants to if they're doing woodworking and they have like a little like shop set up in a flea market, that's cool. I think that's neat. But I don't want to go to the flea market and there's one, or multiple booths of people that are trying to sell Avon. I'm like, what I really want is I want someone that they're never at the flea market. They're there for that specific day because they cleared out their stuff and they put it in the back of a truck and they brought it there. And they're like, this is just my stuff. Because I love that. That's my favorite thing. Yeah. It's like, what you got? Because whatever you have, no one else is going to have.
Yeah.
That's exciting. There's been multiple times I've seen video game stores in flea markets, and it's weird. It's really weird because, there's been instances where heat and temperature drastically
Sun.
affects things. The sun. Thomas, I don't know if Thomas is still here. We went with Thomas, and we went to a video game. Well, we went to a flea market and it had a video game section in it, and they had been exposed to the elements like rain, and it was like just this huge box of like N64 carts, and they had been rained on and sun faded. They looked awful, and some of them were so destroyed that I remember I picked up one and it didn't even have a label. And yeah, Noah remembers, and I was like, what even is this game? It doesn't even have a label. And he goes, that's the mystery game. And I'm like, I don't know.
And they felt gritty, like sand.
It upset me a little bit because, like, video games are, like, there's a finite amount of this stuff. And you have to some degree, protect it, because it's, when you own something, you, whether you want to be a part of it or not, are part of an archival process. If you own a copy of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, guess what? There aren't infinite copies of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. You are a part of an archival process. You are part of history by owning a game. It's probably a weird stance to take on that, but I just get really upset whenever it's like massive amounts of stuff is just destroyed. I'm like, yeah, that was upsetting. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway. Ryan says, does that mean you are a rescuer of video games? Yes. Yeah, I'll take that title. I rescue them. So they have a place to stay. Got a place to stay. 2 months from Keebies. Or Keebie Versus. Really. Jacewick says, can we donate for Mystery Game at Extra Life? That's a good segue. We should talk about Extra Life and where totals are. Because I want to start doing that, if I can. How do I pull that up? Let me go to my page. And then let me click totals. And this will be relatively up to date, if not completely up to date. All right, so let's. Sachi says, "Isn't it 3?" It's a little longer than that, but not by much. It's 5. It'll be 5 weeks away on Saturday. So less than 6 weeks away. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Damn. I want a Who Rescued Who bumper sticker, but instead of a paw, it's a controller. That's good. Okay, so currently, and I want to start doing this more often to get people talking about Extra Life, because it is in like less than 6 weeks. Oh my god. I'm going to read the top 5. In 5th place with $100 is Drawn to Life: The Next Chapter. In 4th place with $125 is Guilty Party. In 3rd place with $140 is Garfield Show: Space Lasagna. And then tied for 1st, both of these have $150, Final Fantasy Fables: Chocobo's Dungeon and Epic Mickey.
What's roulette at?
Roulette is at $60.10. So that's the other thing. If you're, and we've talked about this in years prior, if you're looking to donate to Extra Life, you want to help out the Children's Hospital, but you're not sure what game you want to donate to, you can always donate to Roulette, which is a donation to madness. If you enjoy chaos, Roulette is probably the thing to go for. It's also worth noting that there's a bunch of other games on this list that are just right under. So, like, right under Drawn to Life is Squeeballs. Under that's America's Next Top Model, Animal Crossing, Bit Trip, The Dog Island, Happy Feet, Rhythm Heaven Fever. So, like, there's a lot of stuff on here. So, yeah. We'll be talking more about this as we go through the next 5 weeks. So if you get some donations in, it will definitely be changing the rankings here.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the event. I can't believe that it's so close. Renee says, have you updated your suggested games? No, not yet.
I looked at mine. And
I need
only
to do
one
that
of mine got
soon.
played, so.
Oh, so you're going to keep yours mostly the same. Actually, I don't think, did any of mine get played? So my suggested games, what were mine? Wii Sports, Ghost Squad, WarioWare, Smooth Moves. None of mine actually got played, so
See, we played,
I would probably be fine
we
with
played
this.
Jerry Rice and Nidus on mine.
Okay, yeah, I do need to update these.
Dan's got played, Lindsay's got played.
I need to update these, and I also want to add a section for Jeff.
Okay.
I want, if Jeff has recommendations that he wants to put on here, I want to put Jeff's on here. But yeah, and I'll double check with Roll and see if he wants to update his, but his didn't get played last year either. Both of Lindsay's games got played. Yeah. And we played Imagine Party Babies.
Yep.
God, what a... that was an experience. I do suggest, based on that experience alone, more games that support the balance board, because it's insane. Like,
What are my two?
Let's Play Ballerina and
That one is balance board.
and Iron Chef America.
Don't know about that one.
Like, me and Dan, we were exhausted. Like, we were actually exhausted.
I remember.
Because we had to, like, move around, and, like, some of the Wii games are, like, real normal. Like, you just kind of just do this. Some of them are, like, designed to give you carpal tunnel as quickly as possible. Imagine Party Babies fall into that lather camp. It's just a little bit much. But otherwise, fun.
You know what?
I do want to see Balance Board Tetris.
You know what Jeff could play? Oh wait, no, that's on the other system. Never mind. It's on the Wii U. Never mind.
What? On the Wii U?
Yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Alright. I don't know what you're referring to. 14 months from Metal Rock Ninja. Thank you. Also, let's use this opportunity to Patreon. Because we need to make sure that we run beans. Chad says, I'm sure Jeff would love more Rhythm Heaven Fever. Actually, that's the game that we kept playing after the event ended last year.
Dive into satisfaction with Tiny Eddie's Young Messy Cakes.
How's bits from Terraria for Life? Don't know if I will get anything special. First time catching a breakfast stream. Just wanted to say how awesome I think both of you are. You helped me through being jobless for almost a year after quitting because my company wasn't doing anything to protect against COVID. Extra upsetting because retail. Anyway, thanks. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that we could help in some way. And I hope that you enjoy Tiny Eddie's Young Messy Cakes.
Is that like when you give like
a cake to a child?
Like to destroy?
It is to destroy, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it's for photo ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for photo ops. When you give a cake to a 2-year-old.
A smash cake. That's
Smash
it.
cake. That's it. Yeah, they have a name. How old before the kid is like maybe not destroy? They definitely destroy at 1. Did they destroy it 2? They destroy it 2? Or is it not so much destroy?
Not so much.
7. I think kids are. I think they like. They can eat normally by 7. They're not smashing cakes by 7, unless they're Gallagher. Making those jokes that everyone relates to. All the young people love my George Clinton and Gallagher references. I didn't have this stupid thing, so let me...
You need to have cookies.
I don't need to have cookies, no, but I'm going to have...
More cookies. No kids.
Now, kids, one of them is so tiny. Are they different sizes? Some of them are so little. All right. Yeah, that's still great. That's still great. That's a really good combo. I recommend it. But not as much as I recommend...
Dive into satisfaction with Tiny Eddie's Antique Custard and Avocado Crunch.
Custard and avocado. I've decided that when we end in crunch that it's some sort of cereal. It's just, that's what I've decided. 1,000 Bits from Jakeoff says, feels good to catch a stream again. I've been a lurker for a while, and streams have been hard to catch because of life, but my body decided it was time to get up, I guess. Anyways, I wanted to say I was recently inspired to get some circus animal cookies, and I'm pretty sure they've gotten smaller. I mean, so the one that I just pulled out here was tiny compared to the other one. But they're not all the same size?
Because they're different animals.
What animals? You can't tell. They're all just vague animal shape. Are they different? I've never thought about this at all. All right, you ready for your quiz? You ready for your quiz? Here we go. The hell is that?
Turn it this way again. Polar bear.
Polar bear?
Mm-hmm.
That is not a polar bear.
How is it not a polar bear? What is it then?
That is a hippo. That's a hippo. Look at that. That's so hippo. All right, let me try again.
That's so hippo.
Remember that Disney Channel show? That show Raven? There's a sequel. Oh, this one's easy. This one's easy. What's that?
Camel.
That's a camel. Yeah. Look at that camel. Little camel.
Can you name animals? That's 2.
Hippo, camel. I know there are more. Oh my god, these are too sweet when you eat them alone. They really are. Alright, hold on. Let's do one more. Gotta find one that's different.
You gonna use the other ones and do the same thing?
Yeah. Ooh, now this one's interesting. What is that? Yeah, I know. This one got stuck somewhere.
The body makes me think like big cat, but the head doesn't.
I know, the head. What is it? You guys can't see. This is so stinking tiny on your screen. I don't know what this is. Because the body, the head don't match the body. A lion? Buffalo is not a terrible guess. A yak? It's not a rhino. It doesn't have a horn. I don't know what this thing is. It's so weird looking. It's not big enough. You know what the problem is? The backside ain't big enough. It needs a little more junk in the trunk to be a cow. I don't know what. I think this one's got... I think this one wasn't supposed to come out the way it did. Anyway. Okay, one more test. Oh my god, you can tell what these are so much better. Look at that. What's that? These ones are so clearly defined. What you can see what they are. What is this?
Buffalo.
It's got the big. Again, I don't know how well you can see this. It's got the big
Shoulders.
shoulders and the big mane. Is it mane on a buffalo? Yeah. Or bison. Yeah. Buffalot. Buffalot. Okay, hold on. Let's find another one.
Let me see, let me see.
I have a theory.
What is your theory? Please tell me.
Well, let me ask them first, because I have an animal in mind for this. Again, I'm impressed that anyone can see this. Everyone's like zooming in, squinting. I'm thinking sheep. I'm thinking sheep. I think a bear is a relatively good guess, too.
Let
A lot of
me see
people
again.
said bear. I don't know. Something with the head doesn't strike me as bear-like, but the body is kind of bear-like. There's more people saying bear. I guess. I disagree about the head. Hold on. Alright, that's a bear. One more. And then I gotta stop and be sick. This will be the last one.
Meditations on a
Oh!
Sonic cookie.
Oh! Actually, don't answer. I know what this is. You know what this is?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna ask them. See if we get the same answer this time. Because we didn't really last time. Since you guys can apparently see this, I don't know how you can see this thing. What do you think this is? It's a goat. Or a ram. It's a goat or a ram. It's got the little horns. I'd probably go with goat over ram. Because it's the little tiny horns. Yeah. This one's definitely a goat. Alright, I'm sick. Cool.
No, eat another circus cookie.
Did I finish this? Oh, thank God. Oh, Lord. I need a minute.
You okay? You sure?
Yeah, but you know how earlier it was like, well, if we got donut, that'd be neat. I don't want no donut. I don't want no donut. This is why, so that, people are like, you drink coffee black, you're a sociopath. No, this is like, black coffee is how you can,
You can afford.
You can afford to eat a sweet. Because, like, you eat a few cookies and your brain's like, oh, God. And then you need this to, like, stop it. You put this in your mouth and it kills the sugar. It's like, nope. Whew. Oh, okay. That's better. That's much better. I like to swirl it around my mouth. Kill all the sugar. No more of that. Anyway, we're 34 months from Harm NTG. And with that, let's start wrapping up for today. So, as we mentioned earlier, there's an Apple event today. We're not covering that live or anything, but if you're interested in watching it, it's the iPhone 13 event that we're talking about. That's at 1 p.m. Eastern, wherever you would watch that. Apple.com. If you just want to see our commentary on it, we'll have that out in a few days. Otherwise, I've got a mail video that is ready. I say like I did it. Dan did it. It's done. Dan made it. And I should have that out relatively soon. Relatively soon after this stream. I have to make a thumbnail. I hadn't had a chance to do that yet. But once I get the thumbnail made, then we'll go from there. Otherwise, things coming up this week. I don't know. At some point, so just to be transparent, at some point in the very near future,
First 20?
there will be a First 20 stream. It's not going to be today, and I don't know when it'll be. It will be sometime in the next 8 days. It could be tomorrow. It could be in 8 days. It will be sometime in that span. I just don't know when it'll be. So stay on the lookout. There is a chance that it could be a Wednesday thing. So just watch Twitter. Make sure you have notifications on for Twitch or something, because I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. 300 Satseed says, I got myself a task ahead of me today. I got a 1 terabyte flash drive, so now I should move files over so it's all in one place. Good for transferring when I finally get a new computer, hopefully. That is a big...
Yeah.
That is a big flash drive.
Yeah.
Like... Man. Is the form factor of that like the normal USB drives, or is it like a drive? I'm just super curious about it, because I have a 1 terabyte solid state drive, an external solid state. Wow, they're just tiny now. So
yeah,
hold on, I can show this because I have it sitting on my desk. And I gotta hook it back up to the camera at some point anyway. So this is this is the solid state that we use to record mail. So if we want to record something on camera, on this camera, we use this. This is a Samsung T5, and actually they make them faster now, because this supports, I think this supports USB 3.1, maybe just 3.0, but they have new ones that support whatever the protocol is, 3.2. I don't know, it's faster. Anyway, so these are neat, but like, this was a few years ago, and I bet these are even cheaper now. It's kind of crazy. But obviously the form factor of that is bigger than a thumb drive, so it's neat. Yeah, when I got it a few years ago, I don't remember how much it was. But now, again, they're probably a lot cheaper. Maybe not with the chip shortage. I don't know how much things are with the chip shortage. Other thing, Friday stream. I'm not ready to announce it yet. Not ready to announce it. And the reason that I'm not announcing it yet is because I'm not 100% sure what we're doing yet. Mm-hmm. There's something I have in mind. I have to have things set up for it. And if I have things set up for it, then cool, we'll do it this week. If I don't, it'll have to wait till next week. And this week will end up being kind of like a one-off thing. Whether we do a game that we've played before or a different game, I don't know yet. So, yeah, not ready to announce it because I need to make sure that I have everything set up. I hope I'll be able to announce it on Thursday. I really like if I don't have things set up by Thursday, then it's a little worrisome. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. But yeah, oh yeah, we bought Club. I forgot we bought Clubhouse games. Vagabond says, "Do the patrons know?" I mean, kind of. They know that there is a game that I would like to play on Friday. They know that, but they don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm going to have everything set up for it yet. So that's where we're at. If I can get everything set up, make sure things are working, then we'll do it. But I gotta like do some stuff. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Otherwise, yeah, Galaxy today, because it's a Tuesday, as we work through the end of the game. And that's it. I don't think there's anything else to announce. 300 Bits from Shire says, funny we're talking about SSD drives. I recently got a 1 terabyte SSD chip to upgrade the memory for my laptop. Oh, like a... Well, if it's a laptop, do laptops have slots for M.2? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't. I buy MacBooks, so you can't upgrade them. But in traditional laptops, I think you can. You can just open up the back and pop them in. Neat.
There's a hair that's tickling the top of my nose. And I can't find it.
I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay. Hold on. One more.
You want another cookie?
I don't. I'm out of
They're
coffee.
open.
I know. Well, I'm gonna close them, so I don't have to eat them. Okay. That's it. I had fun. This was a fun morning. We had to wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like breakfast streams like that a lot, though. You know what I mean? Where it's like the first, like, there's like a 10 to 15 minute period where we're just kind of like waking up, and then we almost get, there's like an absurd part of breakfast stream. I mean, it's often fueled by them, but you hit that part, and then there's like that absurd hump, and then you get over that, and then it's like just kind of like a normal, it's kind of like a normal stream with little dots of like absurdity. Just little things I'm noticing about this, because we're in year 3.
Yeah.
We did 2018, 2019, 2020. Oh wait, no, this is year 4. We finished 3 years. This is year 4. This is the 4th year of breakfast stream. So like, you know, it's little things I'm picking up on. It took me 3 years, but I'm picking up on them now. So. Okay, that's it. We're done. Yeah, we'll see you on Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern for the next breakfast stream.
Where we may or may not be awake.
We will be awake. We were awake today. The stream started on time. It took us a little while to wake up. But not like for it, a reasonable amount of time. It wasn't even that long. We yawned. Like a few times, a few yawns, really. Just a couple of yawns. Anyway, I haven't stopped talking, so I'm just gonna throw in a dome here. Flat dome. Flea market dome. I want to go to a flea market. Did you know my parents just went to a flea market?
Yes, I do.
They just went to. They wanted to get out of the house. Nice open air. That just sounds nice. And we can't. That's a weekend thing, you know. So it's not. We can't even do it. And we stay up late on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna go, you gotta go like on a Sunday afternoon. So you gotta be up. Where was I? Okay. Oh, sure. 100 from Grabobly and 1,000 from Mystery Box 44.
Pick up a fresh box of Tiny Eddie's Purple Hyena Sticks.
Purple Hyena Sticks is how we're ending. Thanks for being here, folks. We will see you Thursday at 9 a.m. for more Breakfast Stream.